Have you ever been asked to do something that challenged your dignity? Have you ever been asked to do something that felt deeply uncomfortable? In the moments like that, the hesitation isn't about whether you can do it. It's about whether you are willing to place yourself in that situation at all. This saying yes might mean stepping into something awkward, unfamiliar, and far outside what feels comfortable. Hi, I'm Rekha Dirusha, and welcome to Next Step, a space for anyone who wants to live fully and push beyond the boundaries we set for ourselves. In the last episode, I started looking at what happens when we move beyond the limits we set for ourselves based on our fear, past experiences, and our own belief system. And this experience was one of those moments, the one that changed me forever. I was given an assignment that was far from ordinary. The moment I heard it, my stomach churned, a sick, unnerving feeling rising inside me. I was asked to do something completely out of my comfort zone. That also alone, with no buddy system, no safety net. I had to ask three strangers to kneel down and sing a romantic song to me. You are so beautiful to me. And the conditions were strict. They had to be strangers. I couldn't tell them why I was asking them to do such things. All three had to sing together. The entire thing had to be videotaped, and I had 2 hours to complete it. Sometimes growth doesn't arrive with confidence. Sometimes it begins disguised as resistance. I had 2 hours and I was driving home in disbelief at what the program had asked me to do. The task felt absurd, impossible, and completely overwhelming. I had already decided I was done. I wasn't going to do it. I was quitting altogether. So I called my daughter to tell her just that. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm quitting. Her voice was calm, simple, and grounding. Mommy, just try before giving up. So I ran through every possible option in my mind, a bar or a mall. And that's all I had. A bar was out of question. I don't drink. I have never been to a bar. And honestly, just walking into one felt more intimidating than the task itself. And who goes to a bar in the middle of the day anyway? I rationalized. The mall didn't seem any better either. I convinced myself that men don't really shop in groups. How could I possibly stop three men, one at a time, and somehow get them to sing together? It seemed impossible, ridiculous, and completely overwhelming. And then, as I was driving, I saw it. Home Depot. A tiny flicker of possibility appeared. Not confidence, just a faint crack in the wall of doubt. So I turned into the parking lot, still terrified. I parked my car and remained seated for a while, trying to gather myself. And then I got down and made a long round around the periphery of the store in my 3.5-inch heels. Finally, I mustered the strength to go inside. I wandered the aisles, circling and pacing. Each lap felt heavier than the last. By the third round, I had made up my mind. I was done. I was walking out. And then I saw him, a mild looking man handing out the flyers near the exit. Something about him felt safe. I walked up to him and I asked him if I could explain what I wanted to do and why I was there. I told him my story, slightly modified, so I wasn't really lying, but I also didn't reveal that it was part of an assignment. Ask me in the comments if you are curious about what actually said. Anyway, to my surprise, he smiled and said, "No problem, let's do it," he said. He led me inside the store and called two other men who were working there. "Hey guys, we need to sing a song to this young lady." He explained the situation briefly, and then I asked politely if I could be videotaped. He hesitated, said, "Sorry, for certain reasons, I can't be videotaped," he said. My heart sank after all that turmoil. It seemed it might not happen. Then he looked at my face and he saw the disappointment and said, what the heck?" He called out a young man passing by. "Hey kid, take our video." And just like that, three strangers knelt down and sang, "You are so beautiful too." When they finished, they hugged me warmly and wished me well.
Sing, Ron. Sing, Ron. You are so beautiful to me.
I'll have this picture for
I felt an exhilarating rush, a wave of happiness, accomplishment, and my confidence shoot through the roof. I could do anything in the world. That was the moment that created a 180-degree shift in how I saw my limits and opened up to the possibilities I would have otherwise never considered. Each challenge pushed me to explore new ways of thinking, us to step a little further into discomfort, and to stretch my understanding of my own self. I can feel the shift in how I approach situations now, with more curiosity, more openness, and a little more confidence in trusting myself to navigate the unknown. Growth isn't always about mastering a skill or reaching a goal. Sometimes it's about showing up and about who you become in the process, about letting go of you thought you couldn't do. And that feeling set off a chain of events that eventually led me to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. This was just the beginning of my transformation, a glimpse into the foundation I was building after loss. What followed was a journey of courage, discovery, and pushing beyond limits I never thought possible. So join me as I share what it took to face that mountain, both outside in the world and within myself, and how that climb became a powerful reflection of who I was becoming. Until next time, say yes to what scares you and see where it can take you. See you next time at the next step right here. Bye bye.